Hey, sweet listeners, you just tuned in to the NetSuite podcast, and we're sure glad you did, because this is one of our 4 very special episodes as part of the NetSuite Now On Air Afterparty, during which we recap the virtual event series, looking back on last week's content and providing some insight into what's coming this week. I'm your host, Kendall Fisher, and joining me once again is the EIC Editor-in-Chief of NetSuite himself, Fritz Nelson.
Hey, Kendall, thanks for having me back. I heard you were working to try to replace me, but here I am.
I looked around at a couple of different options, but unfortunately everybody was busy, so I guess you're just going to have to cut it for us today.
Well, we'll make it through.
So what are we bringing in this episode?
Well, we're recapping week 3 of NetSuite Now On Air, which was dedicated to CRM, commerce, and communications. We also heard from Mike Healy. He's the president of Yeoman Technology Group, and he spoke about optimizing your digital sales strategies.
That's right. And we're also going to be looking ahead at what's coming this week. And to help us do all of this, we've got some special guests, including NetSuite experts, Allison Auclair and Brittany Fuino, as well as the president of IWA Wine Accessories, Ben Argov. So let's not waste any more time. I say we get right into it.
You're listening to the NetSuite podcast, where we discuss what's happening within NetSuite, why we're doing it, and where we're heading in the future. We'll dive into the details about the software and the people at NetSuite who are behind all the moving parts. We'll also feature customer growth stories, discussing the ups and downs of running a company and how one integrated system can help your business continue to scale.
With Vertex Cloud for NetSuite, Espresso Services was able to improve efficiency within their database by utilizing item and customer variables to get the true tax rate. And since Vertex continually updates the taxability rules and rates, they're confident about tax rate updates when laws change. Vertex is proud to be a NetSuite partner and to help companies like Espresso achieve their goals. Visit the Vertex Cloud in their Gold Sponsor booth by navigating to the Sponsors tab on the NetSuite Now On Air website.
First up, we're joined by NetSuite Vice President of Product Management, Allison Auclair, who's giving us some highlights from her product keynote last week, which was all about improving your customer experience. Allison, you touched on a few big themes in your keynote last week. One of those was the new My Account capability, extending customer self-service. Can you summarize what's new there?
Absolutely. So customer self-service has already been a part of SuiteCommerce and SuiteCommerce Advanced. And we know it's more important than ever now to have that ability for customers to reach out and engage with you whenever they want. What's new is that those of you who aren't using SuiteCommerce and SuiteCommerce Advanced can take advantage of just the self-service capabilities. So whether that's order history and status, viewing and paying invoicing, requesting a return, requesting help via support, those are all things that My Account provides that you can now take advantage of. And if maybe later you want to expand into a full e-commerce capability, but you don't have to start there. You can start small and build. What's also new is that subscription management is now part of My Account, not only for those who are just using My Account by itself, but also for SuiteCommerce and SuiteCommerce Advanced customers. So this is a great way, in light of what we're living right now, to really get closer to your customers and meet them where they want to be.
Now, you also talked about how it's more important than ever to connect with your customers, maybe put your customers at the center of the experience. And how can NetSuite provide a true customer 360? Can you briefly explain how that works?
Yeah, sure. So for so many customers, what I hear is NetSuite is the source of truth about their customers. So much of what they know about their customers is already in the suite: transactions, profitability, sales inquiries, support inquiries. Shortly here, we're going to be adding website behavior to that picture to really give a complete, deep insight into what's happening with those customers. And the goal that we have then is to make that actionable. So to help you drive increased revenue, increased lifetime value by taking that knowledge and triggering actions and creating new opportunities, whether it be creating a lead because somebody was interested in something and browsing on your website, or noticing that a customer hasn't bought on their usual frequency and maybe reaching out to them. There are so many opportunities to leverage and harvest the great data that we already have and the expanded data that we're coming up with shortly to help you drive your business.
And finally, you spent some time demonstrating NetSuite's vision for a unified customer experience using NetSuite CRM and Commerce. People can watch the full demo, but I just want to ask you to talk about the future of NetSuite CRM, including how we'll be incorporating intelligent capabilities like understanding buyer behavior, buyer value, and tying all of that into how organizations can better serve their customers.
Indeed. So as I said in the keynote, a great website goes a long way, but alone it isn't enough. So what we hear and what we see is that to give a great experience to your customers, you need a unified experience. So not just the customer, but all of those employees in your company that interact with customers, they're also empowered to engage in that unified journey with the customer. So to that end, we're not only continuing our investment in e-commerce, but renewing our focus on CRM. The goal of that is ensuring that these unified journeys are possible within NetSuite. So whether you're interacting in CRM or e-commerce, whether the customer chooses to switch in the middle of their journey, that everybody knows where that customer's at and what they're trying to achieve and can help them get what they need. So we're starting with CRM sales, but we plan to revitalize the user experiences of all the aspects of CRM, so sales, service, and marketing. And one of the key things we want to do is build in those intelligent insights from the beginning. So as I mentioned just now, whether it's noticing that a customer is doing something differently, not doing what you expected them to do, or looking for that next great opportunity that, hey, this customer is a great fit or might be interested in this other product that we have, and we can expand our share of wallet with that customer. Our goal is to turn those insights into actions and make them front and center for the customers, but also for all of those employees that help you drive those relationships and build revenue and customer value.
And that, after all, is what people want to do. Thank you so much, Allison, for sharing all of that with us.
My pleasure.
Now we're going to bring on Ben Argov. He is the president of IWA Wine Accessories, one of our amazing customers here at NetSuite, to discuss SuiteCommerce Advanced and how it's benefited his company. Ben, can you start by telling our listeners a little bit about IWA Wine Accessories?
Yeah, we're based in Sonoma, California, in the heart of California's wine country. And IWA Wine Accessories is one of a family of companies that sells everything for the wine lover, except for the wine. So we sell small items like corkscrews and stemware, decanters. We sell wine coolers. We sell wine furniture. We make our own wine refrigeration equipment under the Celipro brand.
Wine luggage, I heard?
Yes, we definitely sell wine luggage. We sell wine cabinets. We even design custom walk-in wine cellars for winery tasting rooms and for home individual use for bars and restaurants. And we offer products across all levels along the price quality spectrum. So from the most affordable to the most exclusive. The common thread across all of our businesses is wine. Wine accessories, entertaining, and lifestyle products related to wine.
My kind of company.
The company is owned by 3 partners. I'm one of them, and the 3 of us were friends from college and business school, and we came together because we wanted to do something entrepreneurial. And we wanted to build a business, and we were all living in the Bay Area. And so focusing in on wine, since we wanted to do something entrepreneurial, just seemed like such a natural direction to go in, given where we're located and so close to the amazing wines of Napa and Sonoma regions.
Yeah, of Northern California. I happen to own some IWA Wine Accessories. One of my favorites is the electric wine opener. So just have to let you know. Now, last week's NetSuite On Air content was all about commerce, CRM, and communications. IWA Wine Accessories relaunched its website on SuiteCommerce Advanced. Can you walk us through that decision? What led you to make that move?
Our guiding principle for growth and running our business is creating value for our customers, both in the products that we sell, but also importantly, because many of the products that we sell are products that other people sell too. And so we have to create value in the experience that our customers receive when they interact with us and in the service that we provide to them before, during, and after the transaction occurs and their interaction with us. So some of the ways that we create value are providing a great online experience. And so it needs to look great. It needs to be fast. It needs to be organized. It needs to be easy. It needs to be secure. From a business standpoint, it needs to be SEO friendly. And just in case I didn't mention it, it needs to be fast. Right? It's got to be fast. So originally we were on NetSuite's site builder platform, and that was back in 2009 when we first migrated over to NetSuite. And it was great. It was awesome for the first few years, but technology advanced, and so did NetSuite. And when NetSuite first launched SCA back in 2013, when they introduced it, and we had the opportunity to up our game and provide a much better experience for our customers by moving to SCA, we did. We moved over. It was, I think, one of the very first versions of SCA, and then in 2017, same thing. The technology continued to improve and evolve. We wanted to give our customers a better experience, and so then we switched to a newer version of SCA. We upgraded in 2017, and that's the version that we're on today. And then we have another website which focuses not on consumers, but on B2B, on wholesale accounts. And we have 5 websites total, but those two are both on SCA. The wholesale one is on an even newer version. And every version just gets easier to implement and manage, and easier, faster, and provides more service to customers.
And on the B2B side, as I understand it, there's a do-it-yourself kind of customer center that's important as well.
That's right. Yeah, business customers have different needs, and so they need to be able to view their past orders. They need to be able to reorder easily. They're usually purchasing multiple quantities, and they're restocking. A lot of our customers are retail and so on. So all of that history and all of that functionality and the ability to order by a list, using a list instead of going to the item and then add to cart, those are functions and features that are available through the customer center. So the customer logs in, they have their unique access, they have different pricing. We set the price level for consumers and wholesale at different levels, because wholesale gets a different their price is discount to the retail price. So all that's set up on the back end, and then the customer logs in using their credentials, secure, and they can see all of their order history. They can see real-time order status for open orders. They can access tracking numbers for orders and be able to click through and see what the delivery date is and where it is and so on. And one of the really nice things, something that we have been looking for years, and it works now, which is great through SCA, is that customers can even convert quotes into orders in the customer center. So it not only saves them time by converting the quote to an order, right? They don't have to call or speak to anybody. They can do it when it's convenient for them, after hours, whatever. They don't need to speak to anybody. And also, it frees up my sales team. So instead of having to be on the phone converting quotes into orders and collecting payment information or whatever, the customers can do it. They can send out the quotes, and then the customer takes care of it on their end.
So with all of this, since going live on SuiteCommerce Advanced, what results have you seen?
Well, after we migrated to SCA, and especially the second version, we saw results pretty quickly, and our conversions increased, the average time that customers spent on site increased, the bounce rate went down. Those are all things that tell us customers were having a better experience on our site. And importantly, our SEO rankings improved. So we were ranking higher at key search terms, which is free advertising, right? And so when you put all of that together, and I can't say that this is all related to SCA, but I can tell you it's not nothing either, right? By making the switch, our web sales have increased significantly over the years. And interestingly, and perhaps even more importantly, our average customer lifetime value has increased because the repeat purchase rate has increased among our customers. They're coming back and purchasing again and again.
That's great. Ben, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to talking with you soon.
Thank you.
Imprivata, an IT security company that helps healthcare businesses manage user access and authentication, needed a way to expedite invoice processing and enhance payment options with visibility and speed. As a NetSuite customer, they turned to Avid Exchange. Together, NetSuite and Avid Exchange work to help Imprivata streamline their accounts payable process, enabling their AP team members to focus on details they were never able to focus on before. Avid Exchange is proud to be a NetSuite partner and to help companies like Imprivata achieve their goals. Visit Avid Exchange in their Gold Sponsor booth by navigating to the Sponsors tab on the NetSuite Now On Air website. And our final guest on this episode is Brittany Fuino, NetSuite's Commerce Marketing Lead. She'll give us some insight into last week's breakout sessions and what's going down this week.
Hey, Brittany, can you give us some highlights from the breakout sessions that happened last week?
Hey, Fritz. Yes, last week we talked all about the customer experience, commerce, CRM, and communications, or the 3 Cs as I like to call it. Last week, Allison said it in her keynote, but the customer experience is so critical to businesses right now more than ever. We also heard from some cool companies finding new ways to better serve their customers and drive revenue, whether that means getting customers through new sales channels like e-commerce, offering curbside pickup, or using SMS marketing and automated cart recovery campaigns to draw customers back. You know, it really all comes back to offering better customer experiences, which we also know has a direct impact on your bottom line. Another big focus last week was on communicating with employees who take care of your customers through CRM. And this is especially key as teams become more remote. We covered how to use issue and case management to quickly resolve customer questions and concerns, using gamification to motivate your sales teams, which is pretty cool, and tips to maximize productivity to help your reps sell more efficiently. And again, like I said, it all comes back to the customer experience. And we covered it all in week 3, and it's all available on demand now, so you can check it out.
Yes, indeed it is. I know we probably sound like a broken record, but just in case, everyone, you can find all of this content on demand on the NetSuite Now On Air website. Now, Brittany, what can we expect during breakout sessions this week, week 4, the final week of NetSuite Now On Air?
Week 4 is a big one, Kendall. We're definitely ending with a bang. We'll offer tips to optimize your supply chain, warehouse, and manufacturing operations with sessions like balancing supply and demand with NetSuite MRP. We've got a session on what's new with NetSuite WMS and some cool ways for using predictive analytics to help companies answer supply and demand questions. Strengthening your supply chain is so critical right now to manage change. We're also sharing HR strategies, helping you better engage your people and manage your payroll and projects.
Great stuff. Brittany, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Fritz, we've got one more week left of NetSuite Now On Air, week 4. What can we look forward to?
Well, as you heard Brittany say, we're packing this week full of content covering two major themes. First, getting the most out of your supply chain, warehouse, and manufacturing operations. And second, the 3 Ps of HR: people, payroll, and projects. We covered the 3 Cs last week. This week, it's the 3 Ps.
We're loving this. We're loving this. And our HR product keynote will cover Sweet People's product strategy and how it can help you effectively engage and motivate your employees.
Then on Wednesday, Forbes named her the Maya Angelou of the millennial generation. Azure Antoinette will be joining us for a discussion around how businesses can invest in the whole employee, retain talent, and help each member of their workforce adjust their work styles. And I'm going to be hosting that one. I cannot wait. She is spectacular.
Dang it. I was really looking forward to that because I'm obsessed with her. But then you just said you're hosting. So now I'm like, shoot, I have to kind of like pick my battle here.
That's right.
But Azure is seriously amazing. I've been following her for quite some time. I saw her TED Talk and I'm so excited for that. Fritz, truly going to be some awesome stuff. And finally, our last keynote is dedicated to all those product-based companies out there. We'll see how NetSuite is using machine learning to deliver intelligent solutions across the supply chain.
Yes, and we also want to encourage you to visit our partners live in their virtual expo booths.
Yeah, if you guys do that, you might even win some sweet, pun intended, swag. Fritz, I know you need some of that, don't you? But I'm more kind of talking on the personality side.
Do they have that? Is there like sense of humor swag for you?
I could use that. I'm going to check into that. Always fun with you, Fritz. Thank you once again for guest hosting with me. I also want to thank our editors over at Lampstand, and most importantly, all of you for tuning in. We'll chat with you next time. Fritz, sayonara.
See you later, Kendall.
You just listened to the NetSuite podcast. Be sure to tune in every week with more NetSuite developments, stories, and insights into the benefits of one integrated system to help you run your business.